Abeg, who dey dis shop? I wan do my hair. Who dey dis shop, abeg?
My customer. Yeah, welcome.
How much you take dey do the hair?
I will make your hair very fine. It will cost you only 2,000 naira.
Make e fine oo. I wan make e fine oo. Chai, see all me.
Hey, see how this hair fit is. How's your hair fine?
Fine oo. You sabi.
Your money not change. Your money not 3,000 naira.
You say na 2,000 naira. Na only 2,000 naira me I get oo. This one wey you say make I pay 3,000. Na if you say I go.
No, my customer, no. You must pay me my money, oh. No. I don't agree, oh. Okay, now. Make I just allow you today, but you go owe me 1,000 naira. You go owe me 1,000 naira.
You're welcome once again, my wonderful subscribers. If you're new to this place, you're very welcome. So you must have watched the scenario that was acted at the beginning. Funny, wasn't it? Anyway, let's find the solution to that problem, okay? Assuming you went to a shop or a market or the saloon or anywhere, you went with 2,000 naira to get something done, all right? And then at the end of the day, you end up being charged 3,000 naira. So what does that mean? First of all, 2,000 naira is a positive, all right? It's positive. While 3,000 is negative. 3,000 is negative, all right? So what will be the result of this problem or this scenario? Clearly, the result is negative minus 1,000. The result is minus 1,000 because you're going to be owing 1,000 naira. You're going to be in a deficit of 1,000 naira. So this is how to tackle problems with negative numbers. All right? Can we do another example? Yeah. Let's try another scenario. You're owing 2,000 naira. You're owing the shop 2,000 naira. All right? And then you have to do your hair urgently. You have to get something urgently from the shop. And you do not have money. All right? And when you go to the shop, you end up spending or you end up being charged 3,000 naira. All right? How much will be left, or what will be the result of this problem? The result of this problem, you're owing 2,000 and now you're owing 3,000. That means the result will be negative 5,000. All right? That means you're owing 5,000. Okay? Now, let's turn it around. Let's assume you have a shop and you offer goods and services. You sell goods and you offer services, all right? So a customer comes and buys stuff of 2,000 naira, and you already have in your hand 3,000 naira. How much do you have? How rich are you? You are 5,000 naira richer. All right? So this is all that has to do with subtraction of negative numbers and positive numbers. So do not be confused. If you're not using the number line, remember the number line in my previous class. I told us there's a number line. It's a horizontal line. It could also be a vertical line. All right? It's a line that describes or represents numbers, right? And this number line has an origin. For the horizontal, it has an origin 0, while for the vertical, it also has an origin of 0. All right? So also, our negative numbers will be towards the right-hand side, while our positive numbers will be towards the left hand side. So let's quickly write the numbers. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, 5, till infinity, okay? Till you get to infinity. On this side, you have -1, you have -2, okay? You have -3, okay? You have -4, you have -5, till you get to minus infinity, okay? Numbers have no end. Mathematics has no end. Every day you're going to solve mathematics, one way or the other. So now for the vertical number line, the negative numbers occur under the 0 origin, while the positive numbers occur above the origin. All right? So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, till infinity, positive infinity. All right? Then underneath we have -1, -2, -3, -4, until minus infinity. The two ends are endless. Infinity means endless, all right? So remember, if you want to know how to use the number line to calculate negative and positive numbers, you go to my previous video and watch it. I described and explained everything. So that's how to calculate positive and negative numbers. If you're adding them, that's how you add them. If you're subtracting them, that's how you subtract them. So now I want to give us another method of calculating positive and negative numbers. Okay, so if you have maybe the first scenario, okay, and you find you have a negative sign in this summation. You have a negative sign in this summation. There's a negative sign in front of 3,000, okay? Now, what I do, I look at the higher number. The higher number is negative. That means the answer will be in negative, all right? So we have 3,000 minus 2,000 will give us 1,000. But because 3,000 is more negative, the answer will be minus 1,000, all right? So let's look for another example. Let's say 2 minus 3, okay? Or we say 5 minus 10, okay? So we'll say this other method, we say 3 minus 2 will give you 1. 3 minus 2 will give you 1. But 3 is the greatest number in this function is negative. So the answer will be negative. Okay? You have 5 minus 10. You know that 10 minus 5 is what? 5. 10 minus 5 is what? 5. But now, in this function, 10 is more negative than 5. Therefore, the answer will be minus 5. So what if we have something like this? Minus 1, minus 1. Okay? We have minus 1 means we are adding in the negative section. We are adding in the negative format. How are we adding? Minus 1, we'll take it as 1 plus 1, right? 1 plus 1 will give me 2. And because they are both negative, the answer will be minus 2. I hope we're getting this. Okay, so let's try another example. We have minus 2 minus 4. We have minus 10 minus 6. Right? We have minus half minus half. All right? All right? So, these expressions, the terms are both negative. All the three expressions, the terms are both negative. That means we're going to add. We're simply going to add. So we'll say 2 plus 4 will give us what? 6. And because they're both negative, it will be minus 6. We have 10 plus 6 give us what? 16. And because they're both negative, it will be minus 16. We have half plus half giving us 1. And because they're both negative, it's going to be minus 1. So I'm going to give you some assignments to take home. I'm going to give you some assignments to take home. Quickly, I'm going to give us another scenario that will help us to solve problems that involve negative and positive numbers. More complex, a little bit complex problems, okay? So let's say we have minus 2 plus 1 minus 10. What will be our answer? All right? Minus 2 plus 1 minus 10. Okay? So we have something we call bodmas. It's called what? Bodmas. Bodmas says you follow the mathematical operation from the bracket to the off sign, okay, to the division, to the divide sign, next to the multiplication, then addition and subtraction. Subtraction is actually the last operation that you will carry out in a mathematical operation. So that means in this problem, we are going to take care of the plus sign first. Okay, so I'll do a quick rearrangement. 1, right? Minus 2 minus 10. All right? 1 minus 2 minus 10. All right? So we'll keep 1. To keep 1, okay? And then we'll have minus 2 minus 10. Remember what I said about subtracting negative numbers? You add them like they are positive numbers. So we'll say 2 plus 10 will give us 12. And because they're negative, there'll be a minus sign there. Remember what I said about dealing with positive and negative numbers. What do we do? Okay? I said we're going to subtract them like it is a normal number. So we'll say 12 minus 1 will give us 11. And because 12 is negative, the answer will be negative. Okay? So let me quickly take another last example before we go. Okay? So we'll say minus 20. Okay? Plus 10. Minus 7 will be equal to what? Minus 20 plus 10 minus 7 will give us what? First of all, let's rearrange them. We'll do it as 10 minus 20 minus 7. Remember, every sign in front of a number belongs to that number. Is a twin of that number. Is married to that number. So we will have 10 is positive, 20 is negative, and 7 is negative. So we'll keep 10 standard, and then we'll add up 20 and 7. Remember, they are negative numbers. So add them up, giving us 27 and a minus. And then we'll subtract these numbers, right? Normally, as though they are not negative. 27 minus 10 will give us what? Will give us 17. And because 27 is in the negative, the answer will be minus 17. So let's use the number line to solve a complex negative number addition. Okay, so we say we have, assuming we have minus 1 minus 3 plus 6. what will it give us? Now, so let's count together with our number line. Let's count together. Now, we have -1. So we start at -1, okay? At this point, we start at -1. And then we're counting -3. That means we're going to the right-hand side, okay? So let's count 1, 2, 3. Well, -1, -2, -3. And this is where we have landed. We landed at what? -4. All right? Then we said +6. We said what? +6. So from this point that we landed, we will count 6 times to the left. We'll count 6 times to the left. So we'll say, let's use another color to count. So from -4, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're counting what? 6. So we landed at +2. We landed at +2. We landed at +2 because we counted +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. And we landed at 2. And so this is a simple explanation of how we can add negative numbers as well as a mix of negative and positive numbers. Keep watching EasyMathsTutor and conquer every fear of maths because you are stronger than mathematics. You're better. Success in your examination. See you in the next video. Bye. EasyMathsTutor like money shower. But the hair fine. Yeah. I go find the 1,000 you pay.
Customer, make you pay my 1,000 naira.
I hope I've done justice to problems involving addition and subtraction of positive or a mix of positive and negative numbers. Thank you for watching. Lots of love from EasyMathsTutor and God bless you. Bye.